Welcome back to Diddly Squat Farm.
Welcome back and good morning.
Well done. It is indeed morning.
It is, ratio.
Yeah, and the OSR is ready to combine.
Aye.
So I've got a little one.
And I've got the borrowed one.
Yeah.
Oh,
dear.
Yeah,
we got the mares compacted and tidied up and covered and stuff.
we did. Much thanks for that.
That's all right. It was a very productive morning.
Everything's sort of fed.
Sort of fed. They're not going to die.
They're not going to die. We're keeping stuff alive at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. We know what we're doing.
Honest, governor.
And yeah, two fields of canola to get combined.
Aye. Waiting, pending interruption, so you never know.
Oh, yep. You've got a man coming.
Aye.
Well, that's a big assumption, actually.
Well, it is actually, yes. Yes.
It is.
You never know.
But no. Coming to give you a good service.
Take a look at my sticky back door.
Start early, shall we, with the dumb humour.
It would be one of our videos without any.
No. I did have a comment from someone, and thank you, who made it to the end and was enjoying our rather low-grade entertainment.
I did.
As things degenerated last week a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, I did. I didn't get any comments on that particular, along that vein, but yes, it was. I did have a laugh. I was chuckling when I was editing it as well.
Yeah.
I think I'd skipped that bit. I was like, oh, I need to go back and find that.
Yeah, the edit of that one was quite fun, actually.
Oh dear.
It's when you laugh at the jokes when you're listening back.
I know.
That's either a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, laughing at your own jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does make me chuckle. Even when, like with bleep stuff, just hearing it makes me laugh. Yeah. Not even necessarily what was
behind the bleep.
Yeah, exactly. But just the sound of it, I think it's quite a... Yeah, very odd, I suppose. But
Oh, I was worrying about... I ended up cutting a few bits out of some videos recently because I was worried about YouTube getting upset about me saying things. And I can't even remember what it was that I said.
Yeah, I haven't been too worried about that yet. Don't really go off on too many rants.
No, I think it was a particular phrase that I was worried they would. I was in the homebrew video.
On
Saxthorpe.
Okay.
And what someone had suggested I might be homebrewing in my garden shed.
Oh, right.
And I was a bit worried about talking about that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think I either cut it or bleeped it out.
Can't remember. I do remember hearing a beep.
Yeah.
Lately.
That little production is producing literally a shed load of stuff. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it does. It looks a nice production, that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice alternative to the silo ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much money it's making because I'm not sure what they're going to sell for, but I'm assuming herbicide is going to make me a ton of cash.
Well, yeah.
Because it's quite expensive to buy it, so...
Well, yeah, you'd think so. It's like the, digestate to solid fur. It's just... It's a gold mine.
It is. It is. It's maybe not very realistic, but hey.
I think the liquid ones, especially,
Yeah. Yeah.
well,
So,
and the manure to a certain extent, I suppose.
Turning manure, digestate, and water into herbicide feels a little bit.
Yeah.
But it exists, so
Yeah, it's in the game.
yeah.
It's in the game.
And
Have you seen today's testing list?
I have not.
There's about 6 on it, and I can't remember where I saw it. Because there's been no mods for however long now, and it's like, well, yeah, but it's like you look at the list and how much it's reduced in a day or so. And it's like, well, they've either failed miserably on some of them, or there's a load pending release.
Yeah.
And I saw something that someone was saying, oh, it's because they're hiring a load more testers. I was like, well, yeah, but it carries on regardless of whether you're hiring.
Yeah, I don't know whether they've gone with the sort of releasing in bulk strategy, or whether just mods are failing because people are submitting loads of mods and they're not very good.
Aye. Oh,
I don't know.
Kind, sir.
It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that they don't release mods, because I don't need new mods every day.
No. You mean you don't download them all?
No. But it seems like some people, like have to have a new thing to download every day.
Yeah.
It's like, do you really need to add something new to your save game that you're playing every single day to enjoy playing the game?
Yeah. I'm quite happy every now and again, just adding in a new piece of kit or a truck or something.
If I see a new mod release and it looks interesting, I might add it. But generally, I go with the when I need something, I'll go looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that little incident I told you about with on Saxthorpe, I didn't have one of the bits of kit I needed.
Yeah.
And so I had to go and download something that I could afford.
Yeah. I think I probably... The only time I really pay attention to the testing is now is if I've got some of mine, in or waiting to update or, purely selfish. But I'm like you, I'll have a look, see what's released, and mainly maps at the minute. I keep my eye open for
something interesting.
Yeah, grab the old attention.
Different.
Yeah.
I think you can see it with all the random stuff Mr. CDP's doing. And looking at my own analytics, it feels like things are slowing down for FS22.
I'm glad it's not just me.
No, it's not.
Because everything seems... I think I said this to you the other day, that I've sort of not gone off chasing the big numbers, but not instant, like where you sort of refresh and it's gone up 10 views. But they're more... Everything seems to be a lot more slower burning.
Yeah.
The reviews come, but it's after a week, 2 weeks.
I've noticed in the last maybe week or so that the views on... Yeah, because normally when I look at my most popular video in 48 hours, it's usually not a Let's Play video.
Yeah.
It's usually a tutorial. It could quite often be a video that's a year old.
Yeah.
And those have all dropped away.
Oh. My two probably most popular at the minute are tutorials, and it's like you know, evergreen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah,
yeah,
like
it's
all
weird.
the mod list videos recently have done really well.
Yeah.
Because they always do. But it's been interesting noticing there's been a noticeable drop in like the stuff that normally gets me steady views every day.
Mm, yeah. I mean,
Now,
sub count as well seems to. Mine's always been steady, but it seems to be troughing. You know, like there's been a couple of days where it's dropped a couple, and then they sort of come back gradually, and then. But
yeah,
it's weird at the minute. I
and
don't. Yeah.
mine's a bit variable because the Timberborn videos are gaining subscribers.
Mm,
But equally, some days they lose them because I'm guessing someone who only wants farm sim tutorials doesn't like seeing it in their feed.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's the Mr. Farouk problem,
Yes.
where he's switched to doing a lot less farm sim, and I think things dipped off quite a bit for him.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think for me, if I don't like watching something, I'm not going to unsubscribe because there was a reason why I subscribed in the first place.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? There was obviously something about that creator that
and
drew you
these
in at
days,
some point.
yeah, these days it makes no difference really.
Yeah, exactly. You don't
I'm
have to. If you don't watch it, you don't get fed it by YouTube.
yeah, I'm subscribed to a whole load of channels, and because I don't watch their stuff, I don't get it in my feed.
Yeah, same.
Um, you know, and if you've watched it regularly in the past, unless you tell them not to recommend it to you,
Yeah.
you'll keep getting the recommendations. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, but it's like I don't know. Like you say, people must get annoyed. I don't know, but
yeah,
everyone's different.
yeah. I'm a great one for complaining because quite often, if I watch a channel and they start making different content, I might stop watching it.
Hmm.
Because change is bad, as we all know.
Yeah, human change.
But equally, I'm gonna make the stuff that I enjoy playing, and at the moment, there are days where I'll quite happily burn hours playing Timberborn,
Hmm.
and I don't feel like playing Farm Sim.
Yeah, I mean,
And then I have the opposite, where last night I spent hours doing baling contracts.
yeah, and I think I'm a bit like that. I mean, I said to you last night, I've kind of this week, really, it's been hectic and my concentration's been all over the shop when I've been trying to do it. I've just not got me mojo.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And it's a bit like you sort of not wanting to record, but it's that.
I think it's the concentration thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I find that playing this game requires you to think a little bit more.
Yeah.
To do something that's interesting.
Yes, and I think that's where, yeah, and I think it says a lot if I'm, I know we're doing it now, if I'm fed up of harvesting.
That does say a lot. That does say a lot.
Because it just feels that, I mean, there's Court, there's Saxthorpe, and they're all at that. Everything now is probably in September.
It's weird how saves get in sync, isn't it?
It is, and it's like I can't even. So Court, just because of the time it takes to skip a month because of feeding however many hundreds of pigs.
Yeah,
It's got to be Saxthorpe that advances just because it's easier.
Yeah.
There's less sheep. and they're a lot, you know, easy to feed. But yeah, it's weird. Very strange feeling.
And I found it with both of my main Let's Plays that they ended up at exactly the same point.
Yeah.
And I had to put effort in to make them not be at exactly the same point.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And that's what I should do on Saxthorpe, you know, the last couple of fields that are... I'm just trying to think how we're going to get this header across there.
Send it.
Send it.
Speed and power.
Speed and power. And it will be Saxthorpe that ends up getting ahead. I know it.
You should be able to get through the car park because there's no collisions on the cars.
Yeah.
It's whether you can get over the fence. You might need to lift the header a little bit more. There we go. See?
Speed and lag. Oh, I'd have got through then if it wasn't for lag. Beautifully done.
Nicely done, sir.
Like Ollie Blogs lifting over a hedge.
See? I've not watched his videos in ages.
No, I've been keeping up. I've been quite enjoying him lately because he's been sort of... I got a bit bored with like the machinery tours, but I get why he did that because I think it was his birthday and he was having some time away, and it's a good filler for people that like to see equipment and stuff. So you know, each their own. Yeah, I just quite like. He's an easy listen, you know, like especially when he's you know, he's not ranting, but there's obviously a lot of protesting going on in Europe at the minute, isn't there, with farmers, and I think the Welsh are
revolting.
No comment. The Welsh are trying to like follow suit a bit, and he was saying, you know, there's a lot of support for farmers at the minute. If you're, you know, I can't remember the reference he used. If you're stopping somebody from going to see,
I follow him on Instagram, and I saw that. Yeah.
And then I think you're going to lose that. And
you've just got to think about how well Just Stop Oil's protests like that worked.
Exactly.
You know, blocking roads, stopping people doing their day job.
Yeah.
You can very quickly lose the public support.
Oh yeah.
And equally, you won't achieve the result you want. It's a very tricky situation, isn't it? Because if they don't do something, things stay not so great for them.
Yeah.
But
I quite liked his idea of like it's the impact on the supermarkets, isn't it? And he's like, if you boycott one week and then one another, and they'll start to feel the pain. It's like, well, actually, yeah, it makes sense. Did you see Clarkson about I think it was somebody obviously visited the shop.
The price of his chili chutney.
That was it. Yeah. And he said that's what it costs to make.
Yeah.
If you want it elsewhere, go to a supermarket. I can't remember the wording he used, but
I saw another farming creator probably on Instagram had shared his comment. I was like, yeah, exactly that. You know, yes, it might cost a bit more, but it's because it's handmade essentially, or small batch made.
Yeah.
And if you want to get a jar for £1, go to insert generic supermarket and get the stuff that's made in a factory.
And that I've remembered what he says. He says if you want to screw over farmers, go to a supermarket or something like that. Because obviously referencing the fact that they get nailed on the price for everything.
Yeah. The only local farmer that I support is when we go and get the fresh milk from The local dairy farm is such good milk. It makes what you buy from a supermarket look like something different.
Yeah.
It still comes out of a cow, but it's just not the same product at
No.
all, in my mind.
I think it's the freshness of it, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, and it's not homogenized. It's full fat milk. It's it's good. Like when I go, I have to buy an extra 2-pint bottle because I will just drink it straight away.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Almost. I think it is. It's the freshness, isn't it? It's almost like.
And it's not
like the little vending machines as well. You know, you get your bottle and.
Yeah, brilliant. It doesn't cost any more.
No.
It's a little bit inconvenient because it's not super local.
Yeah.
So we tend to do it. It's kind of on the way between where we live and where we buy our frozen dog food from.
Okay.
So when we pick up dog food, I tend to stop and pick up fresh milk.
Fair enough.
If they did fresh meat there, I would probably buy that from them as well, to be honest. But they're just a dairy farm. They do sell like veg boxes. There's someone else who has a veg box business there that you can pick them up from there.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So, yeah, I think that's how farmers kind of do better, isn't it? That they, and I don't mean do better as in they they make a better living for themselves is through selling direct to the public.
Yeah. Cutting out the middleman, aren't you, effectively?
Yeah, and I get that that's probably quite hard for some of them because if you're not somewhere where you've got regular traffic.
Yeah.
And that farm that I was talking about is within minutes of a fairly large city.
Okay.
So they've got lots of traffic that can easily get to them.
Yeah.
If you're a Welsh hill farmer and
it's not going to work
like
quite as well.
There's 4 houses in the next 20 miles, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I think, and it's all about it's the diversification of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's why Blocks does so well, isn't it? Because he's got lots of other things he does to make money.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the reasons that I've quite enjoyed watching recently is they've got that, they've got the stables and stuff that they've been doing up, and I quite like stuff like that, programs like that. So it's interesting, and all the different problems that come along with that, but there's the diversification of having multiple sort of incomes, isn't it?
Yeah,
and all that jazz. But
that takes capital to be able to do that, I guess. Not every farmer can afford to go and buy another 6-bedroom house to rent out.
Well, I mean, this is it, but I think a lot of I don't know a lot of this. One of his videos in the week, he just had a meeting with a financier lady, who I think he was on about leasing a bit of kit or something like that, and it was to get a deal on the finance to do that. And so it's not all, all bought and paid for. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I suspect it paid for its spray, but having things like YouTube obviously helps a lot.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an interesting point, actually. I don't know if you could not class it as an income, but is it something that, if you were a decent sized channel and you'd got a regular income from it, could you actually use that as a credible source of income? Do you know, like?
Yeah, like if it was your job and you wanted to buy a house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if you're going for a mortgage and it said, "What do you do for a job?" and you'd be like, "YouTuber, content creator, whatever you want to call them." I don't know how that's viewed
No, I suspect you have to go somewhere specialist to get a mortgage. But is it any different to any other person that's self-employed?
Well, this is true. I get, do you have to just
Income's not
provide...
guaranteed,
No.
you know?
Do you have to just provide 3 months worth of bank statements like every
Yeah.
other person? But, yeah, I don't know. I guess that... don't know. But like you say, maybe it's more of a specialist broker that
Yeah.
deals with stuff like that, where volatility of income is a thing. I don't... Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
But,
thought about
you
it
know,
like that.
there are a lot of jobs where income is certainly seasonal for self-employed people.
Oh, yeah. 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 Well, yeah. Farming contracts, I suppose, being one of them,
Yeah.
depending on what you do.
There must be. I'm sure there is a way, because it's not like it's a new thing now that people make a living out of stuff like that.
And I suppose it depends on your size, doesn't it? If you are, I mean, what's Ollie Blogs now? 113 something thousand, maybe. Reasonable number. I guess that's the in-between bit between... That's not in between, but it's that level versus your Mr. Beast level where it's not actually a problem.
No, because you don't need a mortgage anymore. You just go and buy whatever you want.
Yeah, off one video, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess there's... Like everything, there's a sliding scale.
Yeah, and I've never watched a Mr. Beast video.
I don't think I have. I've just seen the clips on where, I've seen some stuff where...
Yeah.
I can't remember who was interviewing him, but it was like how much he puts into some videos, do you know?
Yeah, I've heard them talk about it on the LTT podcast. They talk about him a bit because he's... And they're only little compared to him. They've only got 15 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But they're at the same sorts of events sometimes, I think, so they do know of him.
Yeah.
And yeah, the scale of what he does is insane, isn't it?
Oh yeah, unbelievable.
And they were talking about the fact that Elon Musk was trying to convince him to upload all of his content to X rather than YouTube, and he did one as a test, and X pushed it really hard, and they advertised it and all sorts of stuff that wouldn't normally happen, and he made some ridiculous amount of money, which he gave away.
Oh.
Because he didn't need it.
Yeah.
I don't remember how he gave it away, but yeah, he just gave it away.
Yeah.
It's like a couple $100,000 I think he made.
Wowzers. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't even think I'd want that. I don't know. There'd be some pressure there.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I think even like the issues that Mr. CDP has with stuff, where he tries something subtly different and he just gets ranted at.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it a few times, but that would really kind of spoil it for me, I think, if
Yeah, I agree.
He plays a different game and people just have a go at him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And it'd be like, and I've said it before, but like, at that point it'd be like, clear off, block from the channel. Don't want it.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know about you, but so far, so good.
Yeah,
I
think I looked the other day and I've got about 4 people that I've ended up blocking from the channel.
Okay.
For various reasons.
Yeah.
It's just that I just don't need the drama.
No, and that's not what we do it for. I don't think it's what anybody does it for, isn't it? Is it? But there's some people that clearly just, I don't know. Opinions are like.
Yep.
Everybody's got one. Yeah.
And most people's are wrong.
Yeah. Everyone's is wrong apart from ours.
Exactly. Well, mine. I wouldn't say yours is right.
Whoa.
But making good progress here.
We are doing all right, actually. I think it's quite handy having the old 2 combines set up.
But they left that demonstrator behind for us.
I think they've completely forgotten about it, to be fair.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Yeah. It's easy to forget that you've lent someone, you know, £750,000 worth of kit.
Yeah. It's not even like it's inconspicuous either, is it?
No. It's black, so it's kind of stealthy.
It's stealth mode, yeah. That's what it is, I bet.
I've seen a lot of class combines on the road lately, on the back of low loaders, with the wheels missing.
Oh.
Well, actually, I think they've taken the wheels off to transport them to make them slightly narrower. But
I was going to say, it's not round Liverpool, is it?
No, they haven't been near Pete.
Oh dear.
But it seemed like a weird time of year for them to be moving them around a lot.
I guess.
So they were all like, they weren't like brand new bits of kit. So
I don't know.
Maybe it's a good time to buy a used one.
It might well be, I suppose. Yeah, it's like anything, isn't it? I suppose there's going to be needs around peak times. And then, I guess the price might drop. I don't know. I haven't looked at the price of combines recently.
Have you not?
No.
It's because it's our season, mate.
It's our season. Anything
and
I've been interested
in using them.
The only thing I've been interested in the price of yet is the tickets to see AC/DC.
Ooh.
Because they're going to Wembley.
Ooh. It's a bit far south for you, isn't it?
It is, but yeah.
Isn't it?
Or what Mrs. Cartex said they were 180 something quid each.
Oof.
I know. But it's one of those bands.
Yeah.
Do you know, you think they're not going to be going forever. And it's like,
yeah.
Do I?
That's why they're 180 quid each, because they're trying to milk.
They're playing on that feeling.
Yeah.
You're probably not wrong, to be fair.
We're not going to be here forever if you want to see us live.
Come and see us now.
I tried to remember, the last time I went to anything like that, I went to see Bon Jovi at Wembley.
Okay.
But I have no idea what that cost, because it was like, probably 15, 20 years ago.
Wowzers. Was that in black and white?
It was, yeah.
It's like, I think I've seen it. I think it's probably on Facebook or something like that. Is it Eagles? The Eagles were doing like a farewell tour or something like that, and they were hundreds. Now I don't know if that's somebody reselling. I don't know what the quality of the seats are or whatever, but it was hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and it's like, nah. At that point, you go, no thanks.
See,
but
I was looking at some tickets. I think it was last year, and part of the problem I have is that I don't know many people who actually like the kind of music that I like listening to. But I was like, do I really want to pay like 80 quid a ticket to go and see this band live for a couple of hours? And this is very me brain, when I can just listen to the live music on YouTube.
Save myself the money and then watch it a couple of hours later on YouTube.
Yeah. So the whole reason that I wanted to go and see them is there's a guy I follow on YouTube, and he goes around concerts recording stuff, putting it on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was like, I really like the live performance that they did that I've seen on YouTube. But actually, I just remember the last band I went to see live wasn't Bon Jovi; it was Metallica.
Oh, okay.
That was quite a few years ago as well. That was awesome. That was awesome.
That's what I think. Watching. I've watched AC/DC on YouTube at places like, when they do the stadium tours in Brazil and all that lot. I think it would clearly be an awesome gig. Do you know?
But is it £360 awesome?
Don't know.
Plus, you know,
Plus
you can have to-
accommodation.
yeah, because you'll have to stay somewhere,
Yeah.
and because you're spending that much, you'll want to stay somewhere nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because it's like a weekend away with the missus, you won't want to be in the 40 quid travel lodge.
Well, and
Well,
I want to go.
Mrs. Cartec won't want to be in the £40 travel lodge. Cartec might.
Yeah. And it's very, very close to FarmCon, and I think I'd rather do FarmCon. Oh, sad
But
git.
FarmCon's probably going to cost you twice as much as that.
FarmCon will undoubtedly cost a lot more than that, but it's FarmCon without 360 quid's worth of AC/DC on top.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I think some of it is, for me anyway, being a bit older and thinking that, well, am I really is it going to be that much better?
Yeah.
The one time seeing it live. And seeing Metallica live was awesome.
Yeah.
And kind of probably a once in a lifetime thing. I can't imagine I'll do it again.
And that's my
I
logic.
felt kind of old when I was in my 30s.
And now you're nearing your 50s. Yeah, I suppose you're going to be even worse. Yeah.
And to be fair, they're getting old as well, so you know.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, years ago, Guns N' Roses announced that they were doing a tour, and Slash was going to be playing it like with them. So that was a got to do that. And don't get me wrong, that was epic. But it's like I'm a bit more. I guess I'm a bit more like you now. The fact that
I think it's different these
lot
days
of
as well.
money. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, like when probably 20 years ago, you couldn't just go on YouTube and find live music. I remember, I can't remember which year it was. I used to have a VHS of when from MTV's Headbangers Ball when they were at Donington.
Right.
And that was the only live music I had of the kind of music that I liked.
Yeah.
I found that on YouTube a year or so ago. Real flashbacks.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's another one. See, I'd love to. Well, I wouldn't. I'd like the idea of doing or going to download.
Yeah.
Not stopping over because I can't be dealing with that, but just a day, you know, like I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a proper festival.
I have. I almost did. I almost went to Reading one year. One of my friends used to go every year, and one of my very inconsiderate, really good friends had some major event going on, and so I had to cancel to go to that.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah. And it's like you look at the lineup of things like that, and sometimes it's like, wow, I could see loads of bands that I really, really like in a weekend. But it's in a field full of sweaty, muddy people.
And that's it. That's the thing. It's like, oh, it's too many other people.
Yes, and there's a guy that I work with, and he's probably at least 5 years older than me, and he goes to Glastonbury every year.
Wowzers.
And I think does the whole camping in a muddy field thing.
Yeah. No, couldn't. It'd have to be glamping.
Yeah.
One of these fancy TP tents with.
And he'd have Well, I'd have to be glamping that had 4 walls and a proper bed and
That's called travel lodging.
a cooked breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thoughts there.
Yeah, and not a llama cooked breakfast.
No, no. We both read that wrong, didn't we? Unlimited tea and coffee, not breakfast.
Unlimited average tea and coffee, a breakfast that was cooked half an hour ago and kept warm with a tea light.
Yeah. Yeah, I much prefer talking Glastonbury stuff. Some of our friends, and it originated from that time when we weren't allowed to do anything a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And when they started to ease stuff and you could meet in gardens and whatnot, they had what they called glassed homebrew.
Yeah.
So we all sort of hitched up with our garden chairs in the garden, and they got their big doors open and tunes were playing, and it was to the point where it sort of lashed it down and we were sat under a poncho. You think, oh, good old British weather.
Yeah.
But I much prefer something like that than... And you still get the feel of it because you can hear the music.
Yeah.
Just sound like an old man.
Because you are.
Yeah, in that way. I know. How are you doing over there anyway?
I'm not doing too bad. I think I was pondering going to empty the trailers because they're both pretty full.
Oh, okay. That's the good thing about this combine, is it holds more than a thimbleful.
You're nearly done, aren't you?
I am.
I've got a bit more to go still.
I don't mind sitting and watching you finish off. Sounds awful.
It does, doesn't it? It does. Can I have a bit of privacy, please?
Oh, I'm going to end up with a shocking row again.
Bad planning.
Bad planning.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm having some real bad FPS drops as well today.
I'm not too bad. I had that. Yeah. It's yesterday. I was doing. I was recording on Court Farm, and step. Is it a spoiler? Yeah, but whatever. Had an incident with a combine on auto drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd sort of left it running and I think I've gone to make a drink, come back, and was getting real proper FPS drops and lag spikes. And I was like, well, get a bit panicky, what's going on, sort of thing. Add to this combine, which is on its side, having not made it round a corner properly, and it's still trying to navigate a route, so it's auto drive computing in the background. It was killing the FPS.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, phew.
Yeah. Auto drive or courseplay working hard will not do nice things.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was like, oh, panic over. It's just the combine that's written off. Oh dear. Shall I finish off here and then go and dump one of the trailers?
As long as I don't have to see you finish off, yes.
You dirty boy.
I'm quite full.
You're quite full.
Like 75%.
I was going to say, you could, if your auger will reach...
I don't think I can dump into your combine.
Oh, that's annoying then.
Might be worth swapping and you using the big combine to finish up once this is full.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm at 66%, but...
Just leave the keys in it.
Just leave the keys in it. Leave it running like you do.
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't been whinging that the JCB is still running.
How is it? Cost of fuel these days.
45 minutes it's been sat there.
That's an all. Thinking, heck. I hadn't noticed that.
What's worse, it could be the one you were driving.
I Doubt that.
I doubt that as well.
Because you're a nightmare for turning off equipment.
Yeah. But normally, when you finish and close the game, it turns itself off.
This is true. This is true.
Have you not finished yet?
No, I'm just going back up the final pass. Nearly done.
I'm not going to comment on what came into my head then.
Good. Keep it clean.
Yep. Yep.
Oh dear. The old time's progressing well, isn't it?
Yeah, I do need to empty. So I'm going to fill the last of the trailer.
I top that up and then I'll be over. No.
Not sure there's much. I nailed that perfect sweeping turn to hit the trailer and unload into it.
Well done, you.
Thanks. Alright. That's as empty as it will go. We got a half decent amount off of here.
Don't have access to the land. Oh, can't hire a worker. Are you emptying or do you want me?
There's 2 trailers.
You've left the engine running on your class, haven't you?
Yeah, keeping it warm.
Keeping it warm.
You don't want to switch it off and then come back and start it up again straight away. You're gonna screw your def up.
Oh well, yeah, you get a def
or
error.
your DPF. You know, I get enough DPF errors in real life. I don't need them in the game as well.
You need to give it a good run.
I drive it to work, which is like 70 miles.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that'll do, I suppose. Whoa! Tank slapper.
The hold it needs a good run is not logic that holds.
Why?
Because it gets a good run.
Oh. Yeah, but you drive like Miss Daisy, I bet.
I drive on the M25 in traffic. Kind of a given.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, someone's left a bloody trailer in the way.
Oh. Someone's left an Audi in the way.
Oh well. Really good for jumping over silage pits.
Oh, I haven't tried that. Or did you?
No comment. Realism is key.
Yeah, the old nod to realism. Oh, who did the landscaping round here?
I don't actually remember. Yeah, hold your horses.
Come on, time's money.
Hold your horses.
Take me half hour to back up.
At least it's not a dolly trailer.
Yeah, yeah. Can't get on with them. Never have, never will.
Okay, it might have been my JCB that was left running.
I know it was. It was always going to be. It was guaranteed.
Might have been. No guaranteed about it.
Guarantees. No income tax.
Oh, God.
No singing today.
No.
Nobody commented on our grease lighting either. Disappointing. I don't know why we bother.
Probably a good thing. No, I know. All that prep we put in. Hours of rehearsing.
Believe that, you believe anything. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just wasted, aren't we, really?
We are.
We act like we're wasted half the time. Drive like we're wasted.
Undiscovered genius, that's what we are.
Yeah. Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah. I do like these Red Rock trailers.
They are awesome. They're lovely looking mods. Lovely looking mod.
Switch the engine off.
Well done, you.
Did you just check?
No, I was trying to get to the vent. Honest. What? So how come, right, I can harvest my side and I can't harvest your side?
That's very weird.
I don't have access to the land. Well,
It's
you know what?
weird. Obviously, they don't
then.
want the demonstrator to be used on that bit of the field.
Yeah. Oh, well, down to you now then, mate. I can kick back and put my feet up.
You just check. Right now.
Just emptying.
Shouldn't matter, because you're still in this farm, aren't you? You didn't switch farm.
It's on Chipping Norton, but I'm just in their kit.
Hmm.
Oh, that works. What did you do?
Magic. I granted them contractor rights, which
But
should make no difference.
I don't get why the other half of the field worked.
No. And the other field that you've just done. And the fields we did last week. Or week before.
I don't know. It's bizarre.
It is. If you're going to join in, then I'm going to leave a little bit to annoy you. And I'll tackle the odd-shaped bit.
You gonna what?
I'm going to tackle the odd-shaped bits.
Oh, I see. I see.
Square it up.
Square it off.
Because yours is big, so you'll cover the long runs quicker, and I can do this little short bit because mine's little.
Little tiddler.
It does look tiny compared to the that fence.
Yeah. It does a little
big
bit.
old combine.
It has a bit of a. It's a beast. Not overly wide though, which makes me wonder. With an appropriate size header, would it fit on Court Farm?
Tune in.
Would it
next
fit?
time?
Tune in next time. We're not quite that rich yet.
Power and enthusiasm makes everything fit.
Yes, it's true. This is true.
And
why
if
would
that
you leave
fails,
that island there?
more lubricant.
Disturbed.
What? I'm just quoting Mythbusters.
Of course.
Apparently the application of lard helps.
The what?
The application of lard. It's a very good lubricant.
This is going down a rabbit hole, this is.
It's alright, we're 53 minutes in, we're fine.
There's
only one person left watching.
Yeah. Hello, Pete.
Two people there, maybe. That is an embarrassing strip of shame you've left there, mate. I'd be ashamed if I were you. So twice in one video you've done that.
You've done it on purpose.
Just embarrassing, really.
Embarrassing. There's a muppet to work with. No, isn't it nice to be harvesting together?
Oh,
good idea, mate, doing it this way.
I do like seeing like two combines working and that kind of thing.
Takes me back to Nebraska.
Yeah, I'd have got bored just sat in the tractor carting for you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's quite nice to be doing it together and
it means we've got through quite a lot in not too long an amount of time.
We have. We've done quite well, to be fair.
And we've not got much left to harvest, I don't believe.
No, there's not that much, is there? Let's get straight. We've got 2 soybeans and parsnips.
And a sugar beet.
And... oh, and another canola. Got field 40.
Oh, yeah.
We got sugar beet?
Field 9, I think it is.
Oh, ah.
Oh, our parsnips are ready. Maybe we could do parsnips next week.
We can. Mr. Thor's...
That'll take about 30 seconds with the Thor. With
the Thorinator. Done.
You were.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a good job of work.
It is. It is indeedy. Nicely parked.
Thank you. Where are you going?
Boo.
Ah.
Oh dear. Well, that was very good, mate.
I think it's time to call it a day on that one, shall I?
It's nap time.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right then, I shall catch you next week, mate.
Indeed. See ya.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.